Guys, are you ready? Because we are about to get started on the 2019 Golden Slice Awards. Basically, if you don't know how this works, I post a bunch of categories similar to the Oscars on my Instagram. Some of them are similar to like Oscar categories like Best Visual Effects, and some of them I kind of make up like Best Villain or Best Superhero Movie. Well, anyway, my Instagram followers vote. May or may not be you, but they choose the winners, and I'm going to post the winners on here. This is my second time doing this in the video format. Before that I just did it on my website, but I find it a lot more fun to do it in the video format, and it's going to be super fun. So if you voted, congrats. If you didn't, it's fine. You can still enjoy the winners. So the first category you guys voted on is Best Superhero Movie. The winner? Avengers Infinity War. To me, this wasn't a surprise because this is a superhero movie, and also the movie that got the most people talking in 2018. Not just because of the hype, but also because of the real quality of the film, and also the ending, which made a lot of people speculate about Avengers Endgame. I've talked enough about Infinity War on this channel, but all I will say is I wouldn't have given a different superhero movie this award. Next category is Best Action. This isn't necessarily for the Best Action Movie, but more like the movie with the best action scenes. And the winner? Mission Impossible Fallout. This was also an obvious win because all these incredible stunts that Tom Cruise does and all the amazing action that comes out of it as a result was just mind-blowing, and I think Fallout was able to top the previous ones. Our next category is Best On-Screen Duo. This is the two actors this year who had the best chemistry on screen. The winner that you guys selected were Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born. I think these two made for a very good couple, and also both of them had terrific performances and they sang very well. Next category is Animated Movie. The best animated movie that you guys selected is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Even though I enjoyed Incredibles 2 and Isle of Dogs more, I understand why everyone loved Into the Spider-Verse so much. I wasn't the biggest fan of it myself, even though I did enjoy it, especially in the second half. But like I said, Incredibles 2 just had stronger animation, more 3D to it, which is more interesting, and also just the characters were more heartfelt to me. And Isle of Dogs was just a really mature film, not really even a kid's movie, and the stop motion and voice cast was really impressive in that film. But Spider-Man does have some enjoyable moments for sure, and especially in the second half, like I said, there's some very funny moments and some moments that will touch your heart. I just found it a bit cliche and weaker compared to films like Spider-Man Homecoming or the live-action Marvel movies. Our next category is Best Visual Effects. The winner you guys selected is Avengers Infinity War. This was pretty close between this and Ready Player One and Aquaman, I think. Those also got a lot of votes, but Infinity War ultimately took it home. I've said this before, it's a beautiful looking movie. The effects on Thanos and Wakanda and all the separate planets, I think it's all amazing. But I would have preferred First Man because that looked even more photorealistic, and at one point I even had to stop myself and be like, wait, that's not real? Of course they can't film on the moon, but they made it look so good. You have to watch First Man if you haven't already. That's such a good movie. Also, I think Ready Player One, they did a really good job making this VR come to life. That's a really good theater experience too. But Avengers Infinity War still has great visual effects. All three of those films that I just mentioned are nominated at the Oscars. Who doesn't love a good laugh? That's why it's time to announce the winner for Best Comedy. And that is The Favorite. I love Yorgos Lanthimos' style of comedy. You have to watch his previous movies in order to really grip onto some of the humor here. Like The Lobster and The Killing of a Sacred Deer. He has some really cringe-worthy humor, but after watching a couple of his films, I just really enjoy it. Actors and writers have to come together to create a good character on the big screen. But who was the best character of the year? The winner you guys selected for Best Character is Miles Morales from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Like I said, I didn't love Spider-Verse as much as other people, but I do think Miles Morales is definitely a very inspirational character. He's also the first black Latino Spider-Man from the comics, and I think this is the first depiction of him on the big screen. Is a hero only as good as its villain? These couple villains proved so. But there could only be one winner for Best Villain, and the one you guys voted for was by far Thanos. Thanos took away this category with more votes than a lot of them by far, like I said. And it's not hard to see why. Thanos, even though he is a genocidal maniac, he has some reasoning behind what he's doing. And now, Best Cinematography. Cinematography has been one of the most intriguing aspects of a film to me for quite a while now. And well, there were some really well shot movies this year. The winner here was actually by a good amount of votes. The winner for Best Cinematography is Roma. Roma is a Netflix movie that's in Spanish. You may have not seen it, but I know a lot of the film buffs like I have. But I think this movie is definitely well shot. It has some really good uses of long takes. Like there are some scenes where I was really impressed that they were able to film it in one continuous shot, and definitely makes for some good emotional moments. But actually I would have given this award to First Man. All the shots in space are beautiful and I just love space films. But Alfonso Cuarón did a really good job shooting his film Roma, and I feel like that's going to win at the Oscars too. And now another one of the most interesting aspects in film to me, best score. Music can make or break a film, but thankfully there were some really good scores this year that were able to enhance the intensity and emotion of their scenes. Anyway, the winner here was First Man. And I agree, I'm actually shocked this wasn't nominated at the Oscars. I think this music's amazing though. It's by far the best of the year and one of the best scores maybe ever. At least the Golden Globes gave First Man the Best Score award. Some films get us talking about an amazing performance in that movie, but a lot of them have us talking about multiple. The winner for Best Cast, the best multiple performances in a movie, is Avengers Infinity War. This was one of the biggest movie casts ever, with 30 different actors from 18 different Marvel movies, and I was really glad that they were able to bring it all together. Chris Pratt, Benedict Cumberbatch, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, wow, so many big stars in this movie. There was no weak link in the cast. I think they all did a strong job and I agree with this pick. Sometimes when we come out of a movie, we're talking about that certain scene from the film. Best scene is a category I kind of came up for this one. It's not in the Oscars. Maybe it should be though. Anyway, the winner for best scene is the moon landing from First Man. And I agree, God, this scene was amazing. Just, like I said, the score was so good. The music in this movie was incredible. The cinematography was also beautiful. The effects of the moon and all that were incredibly realistic. You just have to watch First Man, and that incredible moon landing scene is also my personal favorite scene of the year, so I'm glad you guys picked it. The next category is Best Screenplay. A lot of writers did an excellent job with their films this year, but the winner here was actually by far the favorite. The favorite not only has some great touch of Yorgos' humor, like I said, but it also has some very good drama between these three women who, one of them's the queen, obviously, and then there's Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz competing to be her favorite. It's a very interesting film. It's obviously dark, and it's hard to debate on whether or not these people were good people in the movie, but sort of all of Yorgos' films are like that when you're not sure if anyone is worth connecting to at the end of the film. The next category is Best Supporting Actress. The winner is Claire Foy for First Man. Claire Foy did an excellent job playing Janet Armstrong, who is Neil Armstrong's wife. There's some excellent scenes where she's confronting the crew and Neil himself about the possibility of whether or not they'll come back, and these makes for some of the most powerful scenes of the movie, maybe even the year, but they didn't nominate her. I don't know why. The next category is Best Supporting Actor. I actually had a tie here at first, so I had to do a recount, and this winner was by only one vote. So the winner is Sam Elliott for A Star Is Born. Sam Elliott was really good in this movie as Bradley Cooper's older brother who's afraid to watch his younger brother drink himself to death, which, if you've seen the movie, you know happens, but I think Sam Elliott did a great job. I've mostly seen him in like comedic roles before, but really supporting roles. I think here he really impressed me in his dramatic turn. The next category is Best Director. Director is honestly my dream job in a movie and in life. Like, director is also like my favorite Oscars category because even though Best Picture, they usually kind of pick an iffy choice, I think they always get Best Director right. The winner you guys chose is Alfonso Cuarón for Roma. Like I said, Roma is a Netflix movie, which is why you've never heard about it coming to theaters, but I strongly recommend you check it out. It's been winning so many awards, and it's been nominated for 10 Oscars. Some people even think it'll win Best Picture. I think Alfonso Cuarón is definitely a lock, though, to win Director. He won at the Globes and at the Critics' Choice Awards. This is going to be his second win after Gravity, which I think was also excellent. And now, the next category is Best Actress. The winner is Lady Gaga for A Star Is Born. As you all know, she's normally a singer, but she was better than most of like actual actors in movies this year. I think she did a fantastic job as Allie. I was surprised when I heard she was cast in a film, but I think she did an excellent job. And I don't know if she'll do more films in the future, but I hope she does. The next category is Best Actor. The winner is Rami Malek in Bohemian Rhapsody. Even though some critics were mixed on Bohemian Rhapsody, I think everyone could agree that Rami Malek was spectacular as Freddie Mercury. I think his transformation was wonderful, and not only that, he also brought a lot of emotion. I've never seen Rami Malek in that much, but I think he was really good here. And I also think Bohemian Rhapsody is better than critics were saying. It's kind of cliche, but I think the music and the entertainment made up for it, as well as Malek's stand-up performance. However, though, I do think Bradley Cooper is my pick to win Best Actor. I think his performance was really moving and grounded, more than Malek's, I guess, but personally I'm fine with either of them taking home the Oscar because they both deserve the attention so much. Now, for all the best categories we had to select, there are also some bad movies we had to sit through this year, and that's why we have Worst Picture. I didn't see that many terrible movies this year, to be honest, but there were a couple I saw that I did not like. And one of them happened to be the winner here. The winner for Worst Picture of 2018 is The Predator. The Predator is a horrible excuse to make money. It's a horrible exercise in nostalgia. The characters are all unlikable. The performances are cliche and poor. The visuals, the blood, it's all bad. The action is so boring. The villains, they look so bad too. There's a character in this movie, he's a grown man and he makes yo mama jokes. And then there's an ending where it's trying to set up a sequel, and I just can't wait to not watch it. There are only a couple movies I hated in 2018. I hated Venom. I didn't like Mile 22, I didn't like A Wrinkle in Time, wasn't that good, and I just did not like The Predator. I'm glad I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it on a plane, it was just a waste of time anyway. Well, thank you guys so much for sticking around till the end of the video. But don't leave yet. We have one category left, and that is Best Picture. The winner for the Best Picture of 2018 is A Star is Born. A Star is Born got a lot of people talking and also got, I think, 8 nominations at the Oscars. And it's not hard to see why. Every aspect of this movie, from the direction to the writing, is just top-notch. Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga are like my favorite performances of the year. Sam Elliott, also great. You guys picked him for supporting actor. And the music, Shallow, is such a great song. It was stuck in my head after the movie came out. And the story is really powerful. The ending got me super emotional. I just think it's a really great movie. And that concludes it. The 2019 Golden Slice Awards have come to a close. Thank you guys for voting. Thank you for watching. This video is probably long as hell by the time I finish editing it. But yeah, I'll come up with some more videos soon. I'll try to do a top 10 best movies of 2018. Maybe also best performances of 2018. And then eventually down the line, Captain Marvel and Avengers. I'll try to do like spoiler videos for those, like I did for Infinity War. Yeah, thank you guys for sticking around till the end of this video. And for watching movies in 2018. See you guys at the 2020 Golden Slice Awards.